Hey there, Phoenixes. Daniela of Redesign Your Life here, answering your questions. Recently, I was asked, what exactly is an empowerment coach anyway? Even more so, a creative one? Well, rest assured, I am here to lay it all out for you. Life coaching is a profession unlike consulting, mentoring, therapy, or counseling. It has nothing to do with sports. Well, unless you're a fitness life coach, in which case, yeah. But anywho, coaching is a process that addresses specific crucial points in someone's personal life, relationships, or profession by examining what their obstacles and challenges are and then helping them to choose a course of action. It's all about getting things done, achieving real results in people's lives, not just another self-help book that you read and then put down and never apply. Empowerment coaching, specifically a program like mine, is designed to help shift you from the lower levels of consciousness, being disempowered, to a naturally higher operating state. Once those we work with can understand things from a little bit higher perspective, they're actually able to see all of the abundance that the universe is always making available to us. From there, we use specific tools and strategies to help them become the greatest version of themselves. And if they keep following those strategies, they can have lifelong results. In my case, my tools are various forms of creativity, arts, crafts, and dance, in combination with meditation, visualization, and other spiritual and mental strategies. You know, why do you even need a coach, right? Well, according to the latest research in neuroscience, the brain needs to be agitated by strong emotions such as surprise, defensiveness, or confusion before an insight or a new pattern of thinking can emerge, aka going through hell is actually the precursor to rebirth. So I've too discovered along my travels that to truly help people think differently about situations and problems in their lives, you have to disturb the way their brain automatically processes information. So in order to define who we are and make sense of the world around us, the brain likes to work quickly, with what the confines of what we know. What do we know? The brain doesn't like to have to stop and think outside the box. In fact, half the battle of the job of an empowerment coach is getting someone to actually acknowledge that they're in a box before we can even get them to see outside it. And this includes me too. For countless years of my life, I was in a deep self-imposed, as you will come to find that they are, and I was trapped in my mind. I was unable to see that I was operating within a box. Much less think and manifest outside of it, but with the help of a coach, very much like myself now, I was able to begin my journey to where I am today, which is reaching out to help people just like I was, just like you, to help make others make these shifts in their thinking and behaviors. I'm going to challenge outdated and limiting beliefs to actually short circuit their brains because the force field, that needs to have a hole punched in it, that one that, protects the false sense of reality. You have to do that before people will stop and actually contemplate and then be willing to change. So that's a major factor as to why it's hard for people to change how their minds process or to think more creatively without that guiding hand, Our well-meaning, protection-making, quick-to-interpret brains actually constrain creativity, and because of this, we need to disturb that automatic mental processing so that people can actually stop and think about the thinking, and then, that opens the door to seeing new ways of being and acting. I've found in my own experience that it's almost impossible to do this kind of mental, emotional, spiritual work alone without ever having any guidance from someone who has already been to the bush, been to the burning mountain, and I brought back the t-shirt. It's almost impossible. Why? Why is that impossible? Well, most people, including my old self, are not willing to hold themselves accountable to their own self or their goals or their dreams, much less than. So that's where a coach comes in. We give you the support to challenge and change the painfully outdated old ways of thinking and behaving, and then reinforce the new healthy patterns until they become the habits, right? So consider your own life experience. The sudden new amazing solution to a problem probably didn't come to you as you hovered over your desk, stressing the fuck out, going out of your mind about the minute details, right? That new idea that could reshape your whole future didn't appear to you as you sat in your room in the dark, right? Grinding out, going over old conversations. Oh, I should have said this or that or the other. I'll show them, right? Most of the population, the mental bog of eternal stench that they unknowingly keep themselves in, flashes of insight are not so self-generating. Your best creative thinking has probably been triggered by somebody else. I know too that in my own life, some of my best artistic work has come from having a springboard session with a close and trusted squirrel friend. You know who you are. So when someone you trust skillfully challenges your reasoning and asks you to break down your defenses through these powerful questions, your brain is forced to reorder the data in your long-term memory. For a moment, that breakdown is going to feel super awkward. Your mind will probably go blank, and you'll probably feel the pinch of anger or sadness or like, oh, because you didn't see the situation clearly before, and you're like, oh my God, am I really that stupid? And just like, no. But then you can start to laugh about it, because then you can see that the answers were just always right there, And I know I always laugh my ass off when that happens to me, because that happens a lot. But if that weren't a mouthful enough on the subject, experts are now agreeing that making art can be as important to your health as balanced nutrition, exercise, and meditation. Creative self-expression and exposure to the arts is increasingly being validated as a potent mind-body-spirit approach, as well as a cost-effective way to address a variety of challenges throughout somebody's life. Especially when you think about the hundreds of thousands of dollars people spend every year on therapy and self-help material that never goes anywhere. Because no one's there to hold you accountable to grow, or that the process is so agonizingly slow that you just give up, right? So, but the arts, they connect us in ways that bridge the gaps between race, gender, social class, and religion by providing perspective on what it means to be human. In the process of creating art, we're provided with the opportunity for that learning and spiritual growth. It's from the act of creation that we most deeply experience our inherent connection and communication with the divine and all of that comes with that. So to answer the question, what is a creative empowerment coach? I synergistically combine these factors to bring recalibration to people's lives and to help break through the limiting mental barriers and place healthy artistic alternatives in their place that allow for the future nourishment of life. And then people are able to open themselves up to that creative infinity, finally manifesting all that these divine connections have to offer for themselves, right? Not just me talking about it. So my offer to you, if this kind of guided, one-on-one, personalized, creative empowerment sounds like something you need in your life, I am ready and willing to help. New Year's is just under 2 weeks away. So are you ready to take action and take rebirth, to be brave? Jump out of your nest, little phoenix. I will teach you how to spread your wings and fly. I encourage you to click the link below to schedule your personal chat with me. And I really just can't wait to help you ignite your new life in 2018. So, Phoenix love, Daniela of